half of the team didn't show up.
Like the Patriots play both
Right.
two-way players.
And then some of the Trump camp tried to say that, a lot of the trainers and stuff, they weren't there, whereas in the picture when Obama was in office,
the trainers
and
come on,
were there.
No
but
time.
It don't matter.
Yeah,
That's dumb as hell too. Because if you're a trainer, you would want to see the president too. So the fact the trainers rolled out on your dumb ass, that's not like any testament.
Worse.
That's even worse.
Yeah, that's even worse.
Right.
Cheetos stay.
No. They were saying the trainers were there, but the trainers didn't get in the picture. Like they were sitting down in front.
They didn't want to be seen, man.
They have a story for everything.
They really do.
What it was.
Shout out to Spicer.
Man, that spicy man. Man, first of all, that picture from Obama, they had players lining the stairs, like on both sides of the stairs, all the way up the stairs, and you can see the facial expression of the black athletes when Obama was there, and they were smiling. This dude, they looked like they was just not wanting to be there, and which I wonder they're probably not the most high profile athletes on that team. So it's like a business decision.
So any little endorsement or little this they gotta be on their P's and Q's.
Because Kraft and Trump homeboys anyway.
Yeah.
You know, he was just at Mar-a-Lago like a couple weeks ago. So if you disrespect the owner, they probably won't be there. That's probably what they're thinking about it.
Yeah. Because we talked about that on the earlier podcast about what kind of leverage different players have in terms of protesting, like kneeling down and stuff, what you got to take care of. You know, if you got a $63 million contract like Kaepernick, you got a little bit more wiggle room to be, black power versus like the dude on waivers or coming off the practice squad or something.
Yeah. I see you, Tom Brady.
So this
Tom.
kind of goes into
I see
Tom Brady.
this kind of goes into
I see you,
that.
Brady, trying to distance yourself from Trump now.
Okay, so listen, this kind of goes into that because we're saying based on your status that you only have a certain level of flexibility. Like you just can't. If you Tom Brady, you can do what you want, say what you want. If you Steph Curry, Steph Curry can say what he wants about the owner of the Under Armour who endorses him because he's Steph Curry. But if it was anybody else, they would be cut or dropped. So going to transitioning to Bill O'Reilly, Sarah Palin was on CNN, and she at one point she was a paid contributor to Fox News, and she got let go, and she insinuated that she understood why women or why it happened because when she was there, the culture was the same. But she said that women should stand up and not allow themselves to be harassed or intimidated, and they should just leave. I don't think it's that easy because if you got to make your ends meet and you got to pay bills, you're just not going to quit your job because someone is harassing you or intimidating you.
Yeah, and then I know the one black woman that is in the one of the ones that accused him. She was a temp. She was a temp worker. So she was definitely not trying to. She definitely needed that money. She couldn't, and she said that one of the on the interview on The View, which I'm gonna read a little bit of that later, but one of them asked why didn't she say something, and she said, she needed the job, and she didn't want to risk losing her job if no one believed her.
That's part of what they do, though. They prey on the ones that are vulnerable.
It's leverage. Everything in life is about leverage.
Because you notice Megyn Kelly didn't get. I mean, she ain't had no stories because she getting paid $15-20 million. But if you low level employee that just you need your job, those are the ones that they know they're not going to say anything. Especially when you got all the power that Bill O'Reilly has,
and not even your current job. You don't want to let go of the potential, which is priceless.
Yep,
the potential of where you could go with that company.
Especially in that industry, because it seems like you probably get blackballed pretty easily.
Yeah. Yep, and there's a line of people right behind you.
Do y'all think so? He got a $25 million bailout or parachute.
Really? So subtract that 13, so he netting like
12 mil.
12.
So, and then the first dude, Roger Ailes, they paid him. I think he got $40 million.
Yeah, he got 40.
Yeah, he did.
So
when he left,
and so I just want to address a concept, that Facebook annoys the hell out of me on, like in terms of like money versus higher level needs. Now, people who are a check to check, or even a couple or a couple checks out of being like broke or doing all right for yourself, just as regular people, it's called it's a hierarchy of needs. Now, first of all, at the root of everybody, they want to be protected. They want to have shelter. Then next it's like you want to provide for yourself. Then blah blah blah. And as you go up at the very top is like self-actualization. People who don't have to worry about anything in terms of like finances, whether it's 10 million, 2 million, 3 million, 4 million, they worry about like achievements. You know what I'm saying? Status, like how people look at them, what kind of legacy they're going to leave, because they don't have to worry about bills. So 13 million or 20.
So
you're
saying the fact that he's not going to be on TV anymore affects him way more than getting 25 million.
Absolutely.
Exactly.
Yes.
That's what I'm trying to say. It's a higher level need. So the layperson out there is like, but shit, if I got 40, no, you're not in the price bracket. You're not going to get 40 million because you're not worth that much to somebody.
He was arrogant anyway. They said that he would tell people how great he was. So my question is to you guys, for $40 million, would you go to work tomorrow and sexually harass somebody? If you knew you was going to get $40 million for doing it.
Well, if I'm going to get 40 million, that means I'm already getting paid in the millions. So it's kind of relative.
Let's just say you're not.
But dude, how is that going to work if
Let's
I'm
just
not?
play the game, man. Let's just say,
are you talking about? I mean,
your reputation is going to be shot.
What I'm about to say, not even going to come out right.
Go ahead, man.
And you got to go and sexually harass, aggressively harass the women in your office.
See, okay, that's what I was about. Okay, see, that's what I was about to ask. What's the level? You talking about like a cat call, or are you talking about like a full on groping?
Yeah, groping. You got to grope him. Yeah, you got to go and you got to cop some feels, like some.
Yeah, man, reputation and branding is important. And that changes once you have kids, too.
Yeah, so you lose everything, Lyles. Like, you lose your reputation, all of that, but you get $40 million.
Nope.
I couldn't do it. No,
I ain't worth it.
I couldn't lose the embarrassment to my family, my friends.
Your kids.
What you put on them as well.
Y'all would be filling up everybody.
Nah, bump that. If you ask us that, the 2005 answer and the 2017 answer is completely different.
I'm like, look.
Right.
I'm about to squeeze your breast, but I promise you, I'm going to pay you.
But the story, but the story still got to be what the story is. She still got to report your ass. So that she gonna be the only person that's still not upset with you.
You can't be like, hey, if I grope you, I'm gonna get $40 million. So just play along with it, and I'm gonna pay you. But you can't do that.
Hey, what if you wasn't actually physically touching, but you had to talk aggressive to them about what you would do to them? Because that's still a form of sexual harassment.
Yeah, and that's what I was saying. Is it like cat calling or full blown?
Cat calling.
Yeah, that's
cat
absolutely. Because that's what Bill was doing.
So would you do that?
Bill just seemed like he was the dude that was
Bill
straight
said
off
if she didn't come to that hotel room, he was trying to beat.
So she said within the first week. She said within the first week and a half of me working there, he walked past my desk and he made a grunt noise.
First of all, the way that dude looks, man.
Yeah. What is the grunt noise?
So, all right. So first off, as I read parts of this, the natural reaction is going to be for people to laugh. We are not being insensitive to what happened by any means.
No.
It's just funny.
But if it's $40 million on the line, everybody.
Ain't nobody
I think a woman might let themselves get harassed for $40 million.
They do much more for less anyway.
True. So that'd be the question to you women, if you out there listening. Would you let somebody harass you for $40 million if you knew you was going to get $40 million in a settlement?
Lance, this is a wasted question. Look, what would y'all do for Applebee's? I mean, come on, man. or Ruth's Chris. I mean, come on. I already told y'all just care about if a dude got a car or not.
Blouse, before you read it, though, would you do the cat calling for $40 million? I mean, you got to say some really nasty stuff to him, though.
And it got to come out public?
Yeah.
No, the transcript's got to come out public, though?
The transcript has to come out public.
Oh, the transcript's got to come out public. So what you say, you saying to the world.
You roll in there. So I'm rolling there like, damn, what that cheesecake tastes like?
Yeah. So if you're not saying cheesecake, it ain't going to be left to her imagination what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Shout out to Cedric June.
Nah, and what you say the record's got to be public. So when people see you, they're gonna see the words that you said.
But you getting $40 million.
What I would be like, damn girl, you look good in that skirt. I want to bend you over this desk right now, some shit like that.
Yeah.
I'm just being like full on nasty.
Yeah, nasty than that. Yeah. Would you do it?
Nah, it ain't worth it. It ain't worth it.
Rope, you wouldn't do it for 40 mil?
Nah,
man.
Is it the same? I got the same ramifications as the other one, though, right? I still got the same ramifications.
But you're not
regardless.
But you're not physically assaulting anyone.
That shame associated with it, man. Oh
Nah,
my God.
Nah, man.
Nah,
I can't do that, bro.
Dirty for life.
But the thing is though,
Y'all, man.
subconsciously or either overtly, we've all done it before. Like, even if you an extended stare at a girl that walks by, she looks good. Like, no, but they could claim that though. Like you're oogling them.
Everything is sexual harassment.
They can claim that. So,
but for all the female listeners out there, let's not act like this doesn't go both ways now. But there are a lot of female offenders out there too that be sexually harassed.
We just don't report y'all because y'all thirsty as hell anyway.
Tell them some of the things that they do that they don't know they do. That's sexual harassment.
No, they know.
Sexual
Full
harassment.
body hug, that full body hug with that long embrace.
Yeah.
I mean, technically, that could be sexual harassment. Some of those overt comments.
Mm-hmm.
Those overt comments, man, are the.
Asking about relationship statuses and stuff, like when it has nothing to do with what you're talking about.
Harassment.
or some of the most egregious when they just stand, they having a full blown conversation with you, but they're looking straight at your crotch.
Harassment.
Not even looking at you.
What about when they when they rub you on your chest?
Yep, harassment.
Harassment.
Or when they how they come up and they put their hand on your shoulder or whatever, they get that little squeeze in, maybe like trying to squeeze you and stuff, like
harassment.
Yeah. Yep.
Harassment.
Yeah. Some of y'all are could be terminated for sexual harassment too.
But it's crazy though because
I'm just joking.
It's crazy because being in a management role, I'm hyper aware of that in the office to the point where I typically don't even compliment people in the office on attire and stuff like that really at all.
No, that's challenging.
I really watch it, and it's hard to not say when somebody looks nice or be like, hey, you look good today or something like that. Because people could take it the wrong way, which is you don't think that naturally. Yeah. But I'm really aware of stuff I say to people in that regard in the office.
No, we remember. Okay,
you just don't know what people are going how they're going to take it or go and run with it, or even if they're trying to come up.
That's a real thing,
or something.
Because when I was managing the office in Spartanburg, we had one girl, and she would dress more sexy than professional. But to me, as a man, I don't know what. Like, I really don't know what professional attire for a woman is. And then we had this visiting manager from Charleston. She came in and she's like, such and such should be wearing that. I was like, wearing what? She's like, she should have is it called a camisole? Mm-hmm. She should have a camisole on because it covers up the cleavage, I guess. Mm-hmm. And I was like, I can't tell her that. Like, I can't tell her that. Mm-mm.
You can't even say cleavage.
Yeah, I can't. Yeah.
Because that says you're looking at her. Yeah. The reason we moved to Columbia, my dad was got appointed to be Human Affairs Commissioner. Wow. The Human Affairs Commissioner, you handle all the sexual harassment cases, all the EEOC stuff, fair housing, all that stuff. So his government agency used to get all those sexual harassment cases, man. So it's like a litany, like every day, there's people filing stuff like on you, like it's like the feds. Like, so jokers are called a Human Affairs Commission, and you'll be working with them, and you won't even know that you got a case on you. Mm. Like, you at the job, so they not calling their HR department. Jokers calling like Human Affairs. You know what I'm saying? So you got it's women out there documenting like hella stuff on dudes right now. Wow. That just hadn't been like executed.
Yeah.
So fellas,
it was a dude. It's not. It wasn't a sexual harassment case, but it was a harassment case at one of the places I worked where he sat beside this guy and he just kind of made jokes about the guy. For an extended period of time, he just made
what kind of jokes?
He said that harassment.
He would talk. He would just kind of. I think the dude was on. I think it was during Lent or doing something where the dude couldn't eat meat, and he would like call him like he would be eating like he would eat like Bojangles in front of him and shit.
Man.